Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, Friday, May 22nd, 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where we got bright blue sunny skies, hot sun and white sandy beaches. Great to be with you on a Friday, end of our trading week. However, we do have a full day of trading ahead, so we have a lot of work to do. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, come and visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, always great to be with you. If you would, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, just to let you know, I do this during the Asia session is when I record this. So, got a lot of charts to look at, some data to look at, news to talk about. I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career in the fire rescue department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came on a big airplane, headed over to Thailand, landed in Bangkok, and well, it's 2015, traders, and I'm still here. I trade the Forex market every single trading day, looking for probabilities and opportunities to enter trades where the bias is on my side to be profitable in my trading. No, I do not win every trade. If anybody ever tells you they win every trade, run quickly in the other direction. All right, it's a Friday, so we want to make this short today. We don't want to be babbling on too much, so let's head over to the legal stuff, and this is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most of all, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. And that's our risk disclaimer. Let's head over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at what we have on the calendar today. In the Asia session, we've got monetary policy statement out of Japan, out of the yens. However, they never give a time, and they will just throw that in when they feel like it. So that can happen at any time. We also have ECB President Draghi speaks actually 60 minutes into the London session. Wow, that's a weird time for him to speak. But yes, we do have ECB President Draghi speaking. That is a very high impact news event. Please be aware of that. And yes, that will move the markets. Also, out of the euro, we have German IFO business climate. That's also a high impact. Then we really don't have anything until we get into the New York session where we have BOE Governor Carney speaking during London lunch. Then into the New York session we have out of Canada, we have core CPI month on month and core retail sales month on month. And also later in the New York afternoon, we have, yes, our favorite person, Auntie Yellen. FOMC Chairwoman Yellen speaks today. So quite a packed full day of data, surprisingly, on a Friday. We usually don't see that much data on a Friday and a Monday, but I have to tell you, it is full today. Let's talk about the indices and see what happened yesterday at the New York close. The US 30 is up, wow, just barely in the green at 0.01%. The S&P 500 is up 0.23%, with the NASDAQ up 0.38%. The Russell 2000 was in the negative at 0.24%. Traders, let's head on over to the Eurozone and take a look at what happened. The DAX closed positive 0.14%, with the FTSE 100 closing positive barely at 0.09%. And the CAC 40 also closed positive at 0.26%. And the Euro Stoxx 50 closed positive at 0.14%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia. Remember, these countries are currently trading as their markets are open. The Nikkei 225 out of Tokyo was in the red at negative 0.14%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is barely at the green at this time at 0.07%, with the Shanghai positive 1.25%. The Hang Seng is also positive 1.19%, and the Kospi is in the green at 0.46%. So that's what's going on in the calendar and the indices. Commentary for today is it is Friday. And what does that mean? It's Friday, so we need to watch for profit taking and position squaring. I think the big thing to talk about is ECB President Draghi speaking. You do not want to be in trades with him speaking. So, to me, unless we can get a trade in Asia and get out by the time London opens, I would stay clear and just sit on the sidelines and wait. Maybe take the day off. Come back at London lunch after he's finished talking and continue your trading. I have no intentions of trading knowing that he is speaking. He will move the markets in directions all over the place depending on what he says. Then in New York, it's just as bad, but it's late in the afternoon. Let me tell you what time our good friend Auntie Yellen speaks today. She actually speaks at, it's going to be 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Our good friend Auntie Yellen speaks. So that's really going to put a big blow to the New York afternoon trading session on a Friday, which is a shame because the markets move really nice on a Friday in the New York session as we come to our weekend. Like I said, we have to be careful of profit taking and position squaring on a Friday. All right, let's head on over. We're going to do some 60-minute Forex charts. Got some trade plans for you. Some of them worked out really nice yesterday, and I think there were two of them that were totally disastrous. One was the New Zealand dollar, actually went way up. However, that chart is still bearish, and all I want to do is sell it. We'll get to that in just a moment. However, let's start off with the different charts there. We're going to start off with the pound dollar. This pair has just been really great to us this week. It's been bearish and bullish all at the same time. It's been all over the place. However, today it is extremely bullish. Yesterday, really nice day on the pound dollar if you traded the pound. Today, what we're looking for is we're looking for a slight pullback to the 61.8 at 1.5639, and our target is the 161.8 Fibonacci level at 1.5792. Nice, easy trade plan. The 200 exponential moving average is of no concern to us. It's not near price action. So we're bullish, and that's all we can say. We just want to buy this pair. There's nothing else to do. All right, now we can go over and take a look at the euro. The euro for the last 3 days has been basically in this nasty range. If you take a look at this chart, the euro is bearish, so we want this to come up to this 38.2 at 1.1174 and take it to the downside. I don't know if that's going to happen today, folks. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be very interesting with all these speakers today speaking how the euro dollar reacts and basically how the dollar reacts. So we have a trade plan, and we're going to stick to our plan. If this gets a bearish candlestick formation, you have, it looks like, plenty of pips to take this down. You've got almost 30 pips down to support. So if this went bearish right now, you'll be fine. You have 30 pips. You can get break even and even make yourself like 15 or 16 pips, and you will be fine. So just look for a bearish candlestick and some sort of confirmation, hopefully on a lower time frame. Well, let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie is bearish as usual, and we're in the sweet spot right now. We're just looking for the bearish candlestick formation, and we will sell this. We want to take this down to 0.7865. However, we have 3, 4. We are currently on a blue candle, and it's in an up position, giving us higher highs and higher lows. This might go up to that 200 exponential moving average and bounce from there. That would not surprise me that we end up with an up day in this Aussie. So be very careful if you enter this on a bearish mode. I would at least wait for 2 red candles before I got into this trade. I'd make sure from confirmation that this is going to go bearish. However, I have to say, if you look left of the chart from the 38.2, we have a lot of resistance there. So I think we have a good chance that this trade can work out and we can make some nice profits on the Aussie dollar today. Again, very important that we get this done before.
It's 9 hours.
We get this done before we have any kind of speakers speaking. All right, let's head over to the Euro Aussie. The Euro Aussie continues to be bearish. Really hard trade plan today. I was going to fib this, and the fib would have came up to the 200 exponential moving average, and we're currently with this trend line, which is a 3-touch trend line, the problem is I am using the current candle as part of the trend line, which is not a good thing. To tell you the truth, I'd like to see a bounce here and then break the trend line. And I like to enter this at 1.4038 and then take it down. And if you look left of the chart, if you expand this chart out, you will see that this chart really has a wide open space and it's a nice trade down to the downside. So this looks like a nice trade if it works. But I think we're going to get some up candles before we get our trade entry. So just keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the euro-yen. Basically the same situation. This is even worse because we're closer to the 200 exponential moving average, which is resistance. And if you look at the 5 candles today in Asia so far, you can see that they're all dojis. So there's no decision there. There's nothing in the markets at the moment. But we want to break this trend line and sell this at 134.34. And we'd love to take profit at 133.57. That would be an awfully very nice trade for us. And we would just take this to the downside. So we're bearish in the euro-yen and we want to sell this. However, the euro-yen really enjoys hanging out at the 200 exponential moving average. So it would not be a surprise to me if we come back at next Asia session and see this at the 200. Let's head on over to the New Zealand. Well, yeah, the New Zealand yesterday did a little funky stuff and gave us an up move. And if you look at today in Asia, it gave us an up move. They had some data come out, I think. Nope, I do not see no data coming out of New Zealand. Let me check because my calendar is on. No data came out, so not quite sure why we're getting these 2 big blue candles, but they stopped short right at the 200 exponential moving average at 0.7396. I'd like to see this bounce here. Let's get a red candle here, and the second red candle, I'd like to enter this at 0.7073. And folks, we're going to take this all the way down to like 73.15, and then we'll get out of there, and that is a nice 60 pip trade. 65 pip trade, and that would be a wonderful way to end our weekend. So let's see if the New Zealand will give us that opportunity. If you look at the daily chart, it is extremely, extremely bearish. All right, traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs on a Friday. On behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining us on a Friday. Remember, it is Friday, and we have the Friday wrap-up after the New York close. That's where I go over about between 10 and 15 daily charts where we look at price action and what possibly can be coming for the week ahead. Traders, enjoy your trading day on a Friday, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Have a great trading day, and we'll catch you in the next Asia session. Take care, traders, and bye-bye.